Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Expanse reaction. This is Earth Live, and my name is Matt. Okay, so last time on The Expanse, a whole ton of bullshit happened, and I believe that was the end of the second book, the second novel. Apparently, there's like 8 of these things, so it's gonna be a while until Expanse finally catches up to the novels. But whatever, we have time. We have time. But last time, specifically, what happened is that we finally got to the IO station. We broke in. We got May back. We rescued the child. Yeah, Gunny fought a hybrid, and she defeated it in a one-on-one. That was pretty dope. Cotier died, exploding, yes, by self-destruction, the Agatha King, which was infested with protomolecule because it got hit by one of the hybrid missiles. So everyone in the Agatha King is just dead. Naomi and Alex went into the Agatha King in order to retrieve control for the missiles, or yeah, and Naomi managed to transfer it to herself, and then they decided to come up. Well, she came up with the idea of sending all this control to Fred Johnson, because Fred Johnson has the nukes that he stole from Earth at the end of previous season. What was it at the end of the previous book? Yeah, because it was during the Aero Station thing. So it was at the end of the previous book, so halfway through the previous season, right? So he stole those nukes, and then because he has those nukes, he can use those in order to destroy whatever is happening with the hybrid missiles being sent to Mars, because that would be a really bad thing to happen if any of those actually got to the surface of Mars. So they decided to do that, and it appears that he actually did help out. And then, oh yeah, we also took Drew Piermao into the Rosie with us. Aaron Wright was taken away. Yeah, Aaron Wright was incarcerated, and now Esteban is again in charge, but he's still kind of a. What is he? How would you describe him in very few words? Because I already talk about him and what I think of him. He's like a wimp, but at the same time, he's one of those people that hates being guilty about anything, so he will never take responsibility for anything. So he just shifted the blame towards Aaron Wright and just said, "Yeah, everything bad that happened was Aaron Wright's fault. I did nothing wrong. Anyway, my conscience is clear. Thank you, Anna." And Anna was like, you did fuck up, right? Like, you're still at fault to a degree. Like, maybe he was the bad guy, but you're still, like, to a degree, you're an accomplice. You know that, right? And he's like, "Nah, I'm good." So that's Esteban, and whatever. We'll see what happens with those people. And then at the very end of the episode, the show just turned into Gundam WO, because we got told like a couple times already that there was something happening at Venus, because Eros crashed into Venus, and something was being built, or something, or the promolecule was doing something. And final episode, at the final scene, we actually got to see that, and it was just like a giant. So it was like a bunch of like metal looking thing that was holding this metal looking ball, and then it got released, and then it was just sent floating through space, and people could see that on TV, and Amos saw that, and he was like, "What the fuck was that shit?" And then the episode ended, and that just reminded me of Gundam WO Awakening of the Trailblazer so much, dude. Like, oh my god, I want to watch the movie again. The Gundam WO was good, but anyway, let's get into this episode. Let's see what the fuck is happening. I'm not expecting it to tell me what the fuck is happening, because what we're gonna see is that we're gonna see people wondering what the fuck is happening, I assume, because last time I immediately jumped into like, okay, what is going on at Venus, and then it was an entire season until they told me very vaguely what was happening at Venus, so I would like to get answers quickly, but we're probably not going to do that. But a whole the whole political climate change with Aaron Wright being put in prison and Chupiamao being captured and Christian of Azarala is with the Rosie crew. Is like, what are we gonna do here? So and Fred Johnson gonna save Mars. I don't know if they know that. It's like, okay, we'll see what happens now. We'll see what happens this episode. But yeah, anyway, I think we can just start. So yeah, The Expanse season 3 episode 7. Let's go.
We have arrived at the dawn of a new era.
Yeah, whatever the fuck this bullshit is.
Unlike anything else.
What am I looking at? Is it growing too?
As we have always done in the past.
It is growing, I
We will
think.
face the unknown together.
Okay, it's a ring. Highway Star, like the JoJo stand. Is this a new character? It's a new book. It could just be a new character we're getting introduced to.
When I get back to series, you're going to be banging a superstar.
This is fucking great.
In a joint statement issued today, Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson announced that the OPA would be
Fucking ring.
and Mars mission to
What
the
time all thing but the fucking ring?
Is this guy just upset that they're giving attention to the ring and not to him? What is this ring, by the way?
You're always off somewhere, do your thing, and I'm always wait here for you, come back, okay? Finally get some fun. And you get tired of the wait. And your brother, you understand me?
Oh.
Stay safe for sewing out the superstar.
Is that guy just upset that whatever the fuck is happening with the ring gets more attention than him?
Let me show you the real me. To pull it off, I must go dark for a time.
Yeah, he's gonna suicide bomb into like the ring or whatever. 187 days since formation. Okay. Like, is the ring what I saw, like, the promolecule was building? Like, it was, like, expanding and growing? Or is it something that we built?
Why push your luck?
Because you're
Who
paying
is she?
us?
Jules Pierre Mao's project wreaked havoc throughout the system. The protomolecule killed so many.
Okay, everybody knows literally everything. Cool.
There's plenty of people way smarter than me out here trying to figure it out. We're just trying to make a living.
Would you have done this documentary if we didn't agree to pay your legal
Okay.
fees?
Nope. Hell, I might have done it for free.
You just here for the money too?
He doesn't care.
There's only so much booze and fucking you can buy. I'm gonna be on the ship one way or the other. At least this one's part mine.
What happened to Naomi Nagata?
She went to Fred.
She's on a leave of absence.
I like that a lot of this shit is just up in the air now. People just know everything. I like that. So the ring is what the promolecule spit out of Venus, and then it was like a ball, and then it became a ring. Okay.
Just give them to me already.
She's witnessing an illegal deal or something.
I don't want to see that shit where people are working. If they want to do it, they can do it on their own time.
You get no trouble from me, boss man.
This guy looks awful. Like he got super scarred or burned. Burned, yeah. This guy looks legit. It's a squad too.
Commander Class Sash for requesting permission to come aboard.
I'm gonna write down some name.
You remember Mr. Haarute?
You little shit.
This piece of garbage.
He has no place on this ship.
Dawes wants him here.
And Fred just let him walk out of his hole.
I talked to Cortazar. He said to say hello.
Shut your face, mister. That is Naomi Nagata, whose service to the belt was far greater than yours could ever be.
Fuck you.
You're a lieutenant in the OPA Navy now. Start acting like one.
Yes, sir. My apology.
Matching
OPA Navy.
really?
It's a work in progress.
Was this a thing before?
I'm used to being in uniform myself.
No, this is newly established. Now that the belt is becoming an actual force.
Welcome to the behemoth.
I'm gonna write down the behemoth. I like that name. This guy looks like an asshole. Anna? She's a rower? Okay. Is that a political ship then?
When the protomolecule first came off Venus, it looked like a squid
to me, and it's behaved like a virus in the past.
And
Do you
then
think
it
might
became
be
that.
alive in some way?
A life form?
Yeah.
Aren't you
Could
part of
be.
the godly contingent?
No, I came here in a spaceship, not the wings of an angel. I'm able to appreciate the difference.
I like that.
How did you get a ride on this ship?
The Secretary General made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. You don't think it's a life form?
There's no doubt in my mind. That is a
Okay.
piece of technology.
Could be both.
An intelligence created it. An extremely intelligent intelligence.
What do you think it is?
Personally.
Pray that it's inert.
I actually couldn't find any records of you on the roll. In fact, you don't seem to have any official government records at all apart from a birth certificate and a registered win with the apprenticeship lottery when you were 15.
Weird.
I did talk to some locals, though, and they told me about a guy who was also named Amos Burton, who was some sort of mob boss. But that couldn't be you, right? Because you left the city when you were 15.
It was either him or someone he knew, and he just took his name. Interesting. Alright. Fuck your camera.
What is it going to take for you to get comfortable with me?
You being off the ship?
I bet you're one of those tough guys who gets really sentimental and chatty after sex.
I knew she was gonna suggest that. She has that face of, yeah, I can do that shit.
I don't shit where I eat.
This ship was designed to be filled with Mormons, not bullets.
We put it to better use than they ever.
Okay, the Behemoth is the adapted version of the, I forgot the name, but I know which ship. The chapel ship.
Hey, Gregory.
Gregory.
I was
Gregory.
about to apologize.
Hard to believe.
But it's true, though. I am sorry. Oh, we used to work together.
Is this a new crew that we're just gonna have to get accustomed to? Like this side of the story with Naomi, Drummer, and these two guys?
You believe you should be in command.
Yeah, of course I do, but this is not about experience. It's about politics and perception. Fred has protomolecule, Dawes has cortisol, and they both need this ship. And neither one of them cares if you or I are happy with the arrangement.
Finally, some truth.
I haven't lied to you. Yet, we have to work together.
For the good of the new Belta state. Okay?
Construction skiff malfunction. It's stuck in a hard spin. Pilot's not responding. Linda, drive now. I'll bring it back to the dock.
It's too late. He's gone.
What happened to him? Oh, that's the guy who was taking the drugs, wasn't he? Fuck yeah, we're getting back to Gunny.
I'm kind of jealous.
Oh, they keep in touch. That's nice.
You guys talking?
Yeah, sorta.
They're sneaking into this private conversation. God damn it.
It's better to know what you want and who you are. I'm damn glad to be a Marine again. If I hadn't been reinstated, I don't know what I would have done. You earned that seat you're in. You're a top-notch pilot. You can fly me anytime. Gotta go.
Well, it's good talking to you, Gunny.
Pixie dust.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to talk about. There's a black market trade on board.
Always is on missions like this. Not much else to do for fun.
I saw the skiff pilot with a dealer earlier. I should have told you about it.
I made you chief engineer because I learned to trust you.
I'm sorry.
I don't expect you to be perfect. Or anyone. That skiff driver was free to put whatever he liked into his body. We all are. Until that freedom puts others at risk. And then we act accordingly. Who is the dealer?
I like that take. I like how Drummer handled that. Okay, back to lesbians.
Donations have been rolling into the clinic. It's never been in better shape.
Okay, cool.
You are so far away from us. So close to that thing. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid that this is the way our lives are going to be from now on.
Aww.
New girl. Like what you see?
New girl.
Wouldn't rub up against that narcissistic asshole with your junk.
A lot of people think he's narcissistic. Because he's kind of like, he's got main character syndrome. And like, the world treats him as if he's like the biggest big dick hero ever. And he also had like a moment where he was like very into whatever the fuck he felt doing.
First contract's always the toughest. Stick with us. We'll get you through it.
Moldova high explosive? Oh, they're bomb diffusers, aren't they? Or she's planting a bomb. She's a terrorist. She infiltrated it and she wants to bomb it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. What happened to Prax, by the way? Did you go back to Ganymede? Well, no, Ganymede's down. So they went somewhere else with me, probably.
Call him Prax panels.
Prax panels. Oh, that's nice.
He's a botanist. He helped us and we helped him find his little girl.
Where are they now?
They're both on Ganymede Station.
Oh, they're going back to Ganymede.
Prax is helping him rebuild it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
He was my best friend in the whole world.
That's what Prax said. Oh.
I heard you shut down Monica. Does that mean I have a chance?
That's what you're here for?
Like I told her, I don't shit where I eat.
Yeah, she's planting a bomb. That's what she's doing. They're just gonna space him.
This one supplies him. I'm going to space him and make him watch in full view of the crew. Walk away. This is mine. You do not have to be part of it.
Make an example out of this guy.
How many have you spaced for reasons just like this?
Yeah, more than I'd like to admit, but we're not pirates or rock hoppers anymore. We're citizens of the belt.
Come on.
And we have to start acting like members of a society that obeys the rule of law, not like the animals that the Inners have always portrayed us to be. If we ever want to be accepted as equals with the great nations of Earth and Mars, we must act with greatness.
Fine.
If anyone has any contraband in their possession, they have until then to put it in here with no repercussion. After that,
anyone caught dealing will be thrown in the brig, court-martialed, and sent back to Sirius for incarceration on a prison barge. Those are our captain's orders.
I mean, that's more reasonable, but less effective, probably. Yeah, he's gonna kamikaze into the ring. And something's gonna happen. Because the ring is an alien construct, dude. Does he want to fly through it? And it's gonna be like a portal or some shit. Has no one flown through it before? It's been like 8 months.
No.
She sent a message back.
I hit you with the tight beam along your way. The crazy speed you're going, not no easy trick. Means I really want you to hear this. Gonna be waiting for you when you get back.
Shit, I've never seen boobs before. Oh my god, he's actually like, oh my god, that's so good. He's about to die.
A small step, but forward.
this is not who we are.
She really doesn't like this.
Who do you think we should be?
I agree with the captain.
I admire your loyalty, but I don't believe you.
He's right.
I think this is our time. Time for the belt to stand up. If not now, it may be never.
Well, perhaps you should explain that to Drama. She needs to hear it from someone she trusts.
I cannot pick that guy. I cannot tell what is this guy's goal. I mean, he seems like a very interesting character, I'll say that much. Yeah, he can see that she opened it. And then she's just gonna murder him. He's gonna get shot from the back.
You have to look.
Melba.
You don't have to look.
He's dead.
I really wish you hadn't.
Melba, I fought people before. Please don't make me hurt you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's not human. Is she? Or what? What's happening? She's not human. Or maybe? What the fuck?
I think what you are liars. All of you. You say you're not special? It's obvious that you are. And I think you like that you are.
I think you're trying to get a rise out of me. And I think I'm going to grab a shower and some sleep.
Are his eyes connected to the machine? Is this guy also a proto-human or something? I didn't get to read that. Maintenance. You're just looking at the rules of communications. Oh, the Hammurabi. Nice.
Me surrender. Just got to get slowed down a little. Firing up in a few seconds. Hold your piss.
Is about to boost up. He's about to boost up and then go through the ring. And some shit's gonna happen. Harris, let's go.
Today, I make history. Me. Let's blow.
Woo! They all saw that shit. That's a portal. Well, the fucking video of them together. This guy, he was so dead. Okay. What the fuck did I just see though? So his body went flying forward. I think that froze.
No laws on Syria. Just cops.
Okay. Okay, some bullshit happened. Some bullshit was just triggered by that one guy. Okay. I have no idea what just happened. Discussion. Okay, what the fuck? So, okay, immediately I'm just gonna go back to the episode. So, I was told on Patreon, I was told to not watch the intro, and then I was told that watching the intro, like, nobody actually got it. And I could have watched it, but the fact that I was warned beforehand made it so I would be subconsciously looking out for something off place. And then someone else was like, you can watch the intro, like, it's fine. Like, it's fine, it doesn't matter. And you might miss, like, a cool scene. And I was like, what? So what I ended up doing is that I was like looking at the screen, but I wasn't paying attention to anything, especially text. Because what I figured, and this is what's actually funny, is that what I figured is that it would be like an actor's name, or it would be either the intro change, like the video, like an anime intro, or it would be an actor's name. And I was like, I don't know anyone's name. I don't know any actor's name besides like, I was about to say Visai Holden's actor, and then I was like, I actually forgot. So no, I don't even know that one. I know Cass Amber is Alex, and that's about it. So what I'm assuming is that, and I'll look at it right now, is that at one point it said a special appearance by Thomas Jane. I had no idea who the fuck that was, and if I just googled it. I just googled it just to make sure again, but I googled it right before recording this discussion bit. It is the actor that plays Miller. I see his fucking face right there. So if I had known and I had looked at it, it would have actually like clicked, but I didn't look at it. And I also didn't know who it was because I'm not good with names. But like, given people want to warn me, you know, like I understand that it comes from a good place, but like it wouldn't have made a difference. But the fact that people warned me about it made it so I was like, okay, some fucker's going on. And I jumped to names and I jumped to like, okay, it could be an actor that I recognize. And then I was like, there was like one actor that I recognize alone, and it's like it's fucking Jared Harris. That's the only one that I can pinpoint exactly the actor and the character that he's playing, but that wouldn't really mean much. So I was like, okay, so it has to be a character that would be surprising to have back. And then I was like, could be Miller. And then it was. but it's fine because I forgot by the end of the episode. But that's what I thought before recording. That's literally what I thought before recording. So it still caught me off guard because I was like too busy thinking about like the ring and shit and how that worked, and then I was like, wait, shit, that's Wheeler. And then I was like, oh shit, I was right. So I'm telling you guys right now, I was right in that, because in a really roundabout way, that's how that worked. I got warned about nothing in a specific, but my brain immediately jumped into actors' names, and then I was like, okay, an actor that I haven't seen in a long time, Miller. And then it was Miller. So awesome. Reaction still saved because I was distracted, so it still caught me off guard, and I also forgot about it by the time the end of the episode ended. But still, I just wanna flex on the fact that my big brain figured that out with no clues. So it's not really a big brain flex. It's just a coincidence. You know what else is a coincidence? It's the fact that the episode starts and it just starts playing Highway Star, and it is a coincidence because previous episode I was talking about that episode in Diamond is Unbreakable where Josuke beats up Yuya, who and because he heals him and then he beats him up. Another reference to shit you guys maybe don't know, but that guy that gets beaten up has his power's name is Highway Star, and the name of that episode is Highway Star. Because in that show a lot of song names and bands and albums get referenced a lot. So Highway Star comes back, and I really like that we have this dude, and I don't know his fucking name, so I'm just gonna call him Highway Star. It's this fucking dude, this belter dude with green hair, and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna be a big show, I'm gonna be so fucking cool, I'm gonna be the most famous fucking racer ever or whatever, the biggest stick ever. And then and he's like, I'm gonna come back home to you, and you're gonna love me, and it's gonna be great. And then his fucking girlfriend sends him a message. She goes like, you're never home, and you always say you're gonna do awesome things and be awesome. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, I need some dick, dude. So I've been fucking your brother here. And then the brother walks in from off camera, and you don't even see him. You just only see like his fucking dick in a thong, and then he's like, hey baby, what's up? And then she's like, yeah, so anyway, that's what's happening, bye. And then the dude just hits depression, and then just like, you know what, I'm tired of this fucking ring being all over the news, it should be me though. And then he's like, I'm gonna fucking go into a ring and see what the fuck is up. I thought he was gonna kamikaze into the ring, like the structure. He did not. He wanted to go through the ring. I'm assuming nobody has ever done that before, because people wouldn't know what happened if you go through the ring at this point then. So he didn't do it. Nobody has ever done that. So he was like, I'm gonna be the first one to go through the ring, which is like, I don't know why he thought it would be like something cool to do or something special to do or whatever. But sure, he was like, I'm gonna do that. At the end of the episode, it finally does that. And what I actually think happened there is that, I'm gonna look at it again. Sorry, I thought he jumped at the end, but it didn't. Yeah, he has this big beard by the time at the end of the episode gets there, so he's been traveling for a while. I think he did say at the beginning, like months later, so yeah. He's going like, today I make history. You know why you did? Because your ship is intact, you're not. And that was all recorded, therefore people are gonna see this snuff film that you just created of you exploding. And I'm pretty sure that what happened here, I'm looking at it again just to make sure. Yeah. Ooh, that explosion is nasty. You can tell it's not a person though. You can tell that as, I think that is practical effects, is it? I think that is a mixture of CGI and practical effects. Pretty sure that the body itself is practical, and then the explosion of gore is like CGI. Wait, does the ship keep going through it? The ship is still going through it. Okay, we don't get to see what happened to the ship. But what I'm pretty sure happened to him is that the ship was traveling at a fuck you speeds. The title of the episode is Delta 5. Is Delta 5 a speed? I don't know. But if it's a speed, then probably that one. So he's flying at fuck you speeds. And he goes into the ring. And Maneo Jung Espana, that's his name. I'm just going to call him Highway Star. So he goes into the ring. And he's like going really fast. And when he gets to the ring, it's like slow motion. I'm pretty sure that is not slow motion. I'm pretty sure that is literally the ring stopped all the momentum that the ship had. Therefore, the ship was going really fast and then it just slowed down. It just slowed down to like nothing. And that is what killed the dude. Because he explodes forwards. Which it's like I don't know, when you're in like a car crash or you brake with a car, you go like forwards. That's what happened. But like fuck you speeds. So then all the momentum conservation had to go to its body, and he just like exploded forward because his body would not be able to take that shit. Okay, I'm looking at the. So then the ship keeps slowly going through the ring. There's like a purple glow in there too. Is the ship what's glowing purple or? No, the purple glow is part of the ring. It's weird. It's like it's part of the ship, but it's on the it's the ring because the ship was not glowing purple. Something else I want to point out though is that after that, his body is like, it's like all forward. Like, how do I put this? It's like it's all the gore and like it's like the blood, it like froze going forwards. So it's like a bunch of spikes going forwards, and it looks like it's frozen. And this is not a frozen scene because there is a video playing in the background of the dude and the girlfriend or whatever. But his body, what's left of this body, is completely like frozen going forwards. And like all the blood spurting forwards, it froze without. I don't know how to explain this, but you can tell. You can see it and you can tell what is actually happening. So, well, no, I don't actually know what the fuck happened. I can only point out what I see and what that means, but I don't know what exactly happened, okay? And that is the question we're going to have. And then the episode, immediately after the scene, whispering, I don't remember. You lose yourself piece at a time. You just lose yourself piece at a time. There's no loss in Sirius. Just cops. And Miller is looking at Holden, by the way. He was looking at Holden. I don't know what the fuck that is. But it's not unprecedented. Because we have already seen that happen with Miller. With Julie Mao. And we've also seen that happen kind of with Julie Mao. With Miller. Because like when Julie Mao was being converted, Miller showed up, and then when Miller, and then Miller just keeps seeing Julie Mao after the whole Eris thing, and he wasn't infected, I don't think. So what it could be, and I'm pretty sure someone has said this before, and it's like a theory. It's not like confirmed, I don't think, but it's like. The protomolecule does have some kind of like weird space-time manipulation happening with it. Like I'm not talking like traditional time travel, but I'm talking like it does not care about the concept of time and reality. And so this shit that Holden saw here, or Miller seeing Julie, or Julie seeing Miller, it's all because the protomolecule can infect or affect things that happen in the past or future with present or future or past. It's difficult to explain. But the main indicator to that is that, because if I had seen this, I would be like, that's like a memory or some shit. But the one that gets me is that when Julie Mao was dying, converted at like that hotel at Eros, she saw Miller. The fact that she saw Miller without having met him, because she didn't know him. She just didn't know him. Miller was the one that was obsessed with her, and then they met when the whole Eris thing happened. So that makes me think that the promolecule has a consciousness that expands through time. If that makes sense. Because Miller and Julie met through here. So, okay. So this is the past, this is the future. Miller and Julie met here and then they exploded or whatever. But the promolecule does know both of them because Julie was already like fully converted and shit. And Miller, I assume, got converted too, to a degree. And then I'm thinking that like, so the reason why Miller kept seeing Julie Mao from at this point onwards is because they had a connection, and the reason why Julie saw Miller in the past when she was dying is because they had a connection. Like the connection happened way in the future, but the promolecule memory imprint is immune to the concept of time. Therefore, it is able to send images or memories of some shit across time to the past, and I assume future. This is future because Holden and Miller have already met, and this memory is something that just popped in after the fact. But that only triggered after the guy hit the, I want to say portal, but I'm not sure if that's what that is though, the ring. So, okay, so it is responsive to a degree about that. Now my question is, why do people that are not infected with it can see it? So the promolecule extends to beyond people that are infected by it, because it's less a virus that infects you, and it's more about a life form that wants to expand, wink, and learn and grow. And the reason why it assimilates is because it wants to understand and grow better. But it doesn't necessarily need to do that in order to have its end goal met. Addendum, that would mean that this would have to be its end goal. Whatever the fuck that is. Just showing ghosts of people that it has assimilated, or maybe that is a side effect of what it is doing. I don't know, dude. I don't know what the fuck that means. I was confused with this in season 1. I'm still confused by it right now. No idea what the fuck that is. Okay, there's a lot of other shit that happened in the episode. There's like 35 more minutes of... This episode was only like... Wait, how much was that? No, yeah. So, okay, the Rosie crew is only Holden, Alex, and Amos. So, of course, Abasarala went back to Earth. She returned to her position. She's still doing what she always did, except that now she has better knowledge and fuel knowledge even about the situation. So she is more understanding and more pushing for a peaceful solution. Also, Jupiter Mao has been Jupiter Mao and Aaron Wright have been outed and publicly executed, essentially. Not actually executed, but publicly executed, so everybody knows what the fuck they were up to. They have been convicted and they're off. They're God written off. Fuck them, right? Cool. And the whole truth is out in the air. So now everyone knows about the promolecule. Now everyone knows about what happened. Now I believe everyone just knows about everything that happened in season 1 and 2 and whatever we have of 3. Because of the interviewer shit that they were doing, and I appreciate that. So it is annoying to have interviewing people being like, oh, we're writing a documentary on you, and they're just unbelievably nosy and annoying and just fuck them, right? But I do like that through them we were able to get a pretty good view on what the world view is on everything that happened, which is how much knowledge they have, and it seems like they have all the knowledge, or at least most of it, right? Or what their perception is of these people, the Rosie crew and everyone else, right? So that was pretty dope. I think that they're a really good device for that specifically. But it is annoying of like, yeah, we have these people that are just doing shit. They're just being annoying essentially to the characters that we already know, and it's like, yeah, I know this, fuck you, I don't need the recap. But so I do have to say I really like the cameraman dude. I don't like him as a person. I don't actually know anything about him, I don't think, but I don't give a shit. But I like that it appears that he had like control over like this drone camera that he had, and he could just like move it like a fucking, like a wizard, like a mage. He can just control it with his hands, because I assume he's like a cyborg. And also I think he was blind, but he had direct optic nerve feedback from the camera to his eyes. I think that's why he's the cameraman. So he can control it, and like his eyes are the camera's eyes, so he's just like doing this, and he's like filming as he does that shit. And I think that was really good. I think that was really cool. I think that was the case, because even in season 1 we had fucking Kenzo, whatever his name was, the spy dude. We had him, and he was a cyborg to a degree. Like his eye had the camera, and he was like sending information to Earth or whatever, right? So we had that. So I don't think it's too unbelievable to have this cameraman be like a cyborg, and he can like control the drone, and he also is. I'm not sure if he was blind or if it's just because he was plugged to the camera, but either way, I think it's a cool idea. So they were questioning Amos and Holden and even Alex to a degree, but they kind of didn't care too much about Alex because he's just too much of a cool guy. He's too much of a wimp guy. And then Amos is the hardcore badass that doesn't say shit. And Holden is the broken hero, you know? So they tried to question both of them. And they were like, you're all a bunch of liars. You all keep lying about how you actually feel, what you actually think of yourselves. And it's like, Holden is like, I think you're just trying to make a good story, and I don't give a shit about you. I'm just gonna go take a shower. The fact that they weren't kicked out at the end of the episode makes it so they're gonna stay by next episode. So that's gonna be a little bit annoying, but we'll see where that goes. They tried to question Amos about his past, and Amos just he just fucking slammed that camera instantly and just destroyed it, and he was like, I'm out. Just don't. Fuck you. And then the fucking lady reporter was like, alright, if I fuck you, if I ride your dick for a while, will you tell me? And he's like, I don't shit where I eat, and just walks away. And then the cameraman goes in there and goes like, alright, so you say no to her, but are you gonna say no to me? And then he's like, I don't shit where I eat, dude. Leave me the fuck alone. Alright. So I like that scene. That was cool. Alright, so the Naboo, that was the name. So Naomi and Drummer, they are at the Naboo, now renamed to the Behemoth. That's a really fucking badass name. So apparently the Naboo has been repurposed, because we did see Drummer taking the Naboo back because at Fred Johnson's commands, and it appears that they are repurposing it into becoming like a giant warship, sure, or even like a space station ship. That would be cool. But they are repurposing it for more aggressive purposes. Cool. So that's what Naomi has been up to. She went back to the Bell. She's helping Fred. She's helping more specifically Drummer with the repurposing of the Naboo into the Behemoth. Now we also met a couple of new characters. Well, we met one character that mattered, and did I write his name? I think his name was Commander Callus Ashford. I think that was his name. I wrote Callus Ashford, and I think that was him. So he walks in, and I was like, okay, they have like a uniform or whatever, and it appears that the belt is trying to become more proper. So we have this character. I just said his name. Give me a second. We had this character, Callis Ashford, who he is now. So now the belt seems to have like an actual army, like an actual navy or fleet or whatever, right? So they have like an actual command system. It's not just like we have a bunch of groups, like a bunch of clans. No, it's like, no, we're trying to become more proper. We're trying to have more structure. And even here we have a moment where... So I like this character of Callis Ashford. I have no idea what the fuck he's up to. I have no idea if he's gonna be a good guy, a bad guy, a neutral guy. I immediately see gray, but I don't know what his end purpose in the story is going to be, right? But I do like him as a character because he seems to be this very like polite and proper asshole, if that makes any sense. Like he's very honest. That's what he is. He's actually very honest so far. But he is like, I haven't lied to you yet. Because by telling you that, he's telling you like, I'm being honest with you right now in these things that I'm saying. I will lie to you later, but I haven't yet. So that's where we're at. And it's like that gives you a lot of information about someone as a person when they say some shit like that. And I do like this dude. So apparently he is here because of Anderson Dawes. Cool. So okay, Kamina, drummer, and as well as Naomi are here because of Fred. This guy is here because of Anderson Dawes. And they are at each other's throats and they're trying to cooperate because Fred has the promolecule. Anderson Dawes has Cortazar. I think that was his name. The fucking dude that they kidnapped from Fred Johnson, the dude that knows the promolecule. So they're trying to work together in making the belt better, apparently. So that's what they're up to. And the Naboo has been repurposed into the Behemoth, and they're just doing that shit. And we have this storyline where Naomi saw a drug deal happen, and she scolded them a little bit, but she didn't do too much about it. And then later, the guy who took the drugs had a fucking moment. He just overdosed or whatever. He just freaked out in space, and then his ship started like spinning, and he was about to crash into the Naboo. And then Naomi had to hack into the ship for that not to happen. And then when they retrieved the dude, it turns out that he was all fucked up. And then Naomi was like, all right, so that dude was taking drugs, and was taking drugs from that guy that I saw earlier. And I like that Naomi like blamed herself for it. She was like, I should have told you earlier. Like I really, that guy shouldn't have been there. And I like that. I like Drummer's take on that. And I wanna go back to that scene. So she's like, Naomi was like, he was on drugs, and she's like, well, a lot of people are doing this like this. There's not much else to do for fun. And then Naomi was like, I saw the pilot with the dealer earlier, and I should have told you about it. And Drummer was like, why? Do you believe the pilot was at risk? She was like, I didn't think so. His work had been fine up with them now. I misjudged the situation. To what Drummer replies, I made you chief engineer because I learned to trust you. I don't expect you to be perfect or anyone. The skiff driver was free to put whatever he liked into his body. We all are. Until that freedom puts others at risks. And then we act accordingly. And then she's like, who's the dealer? Alright, so I like that. I like the way she decided to handle that conversation with Naomi. I really like it. So then after that, they find the dealer, and Drummer is about to space his ass. She's about to just kill this guy in front of everybody so everybody can see. So he becomes an example to be made of. Right? Cool. So then Mr. Ashford over here, he interferes and he goes, let's not do this. And the reason why he doesn't want to do this is We are not pirates or rock hoppers anymore. We're citizens of the belt. And we have to start acting like members of society that obeys the rule of law, not like the animals that the inners have always portrayed us to be. If we ever want to be accepted as equals with the great nations of Earth and Mars, we must act with greatness. So this guy, very lawful vibes coming off of him, right? Very lawful vibes. So in D&D terms, if he's evil, he's lawful evil. It appears so. At least for the time being, right? This guy is like, all right, we gotta follow this like strict set of rules that we have set for ourselves, because now the belt is being held to really high standards, and we gotta become part of this society. The belt is finally moving forward, and the reason why it's moving forward is because the way we can finally move forward is by finally having structure, finally having some laws that we can follow, right? Not just fuck that guy, I'ma kill him, which is how they've been handling themselves for the longest time, and I actually kind of like that about the belt. But he's like, no, we need to stop doing that shit, which is something I understand. I understand what he's saying. I understand his point of view here. It started raining. Hopefully it won't be too heavy and you guys won't be able to hear it because my ceiling is made of metal. But I do like his character, because I do like that is his mentality. And I'm not sure if his mentality is full of shit or if he actually means it. But I do think he means it to a degree. He just has like a hidden agenda, which is Anderson Dawes' hidden agenda. Or maybe he doesn't have a hidden agenda at all, but he will do whatever Anderson Dawes tells him to do, which might come into conflict with what our main cast wants to do at some point in the future, right? Cool. And I like that he goes to Naomi and goes like, okay, what do you think we should do? And it's like Naomi actually agrees with the dude and his action here, because even after they didn't space him, he's like, all right, but Drummer was like, all right, so this thing will be open here for like a shift, and during that time everyone will be able to throw in all the contraband drugs or whatever that they want without any penalty, without any punishment. You can throw all the drugs in there, but I just want to get rid of fucking them, okay? I just want to get rid of them. And then she goes like, and then Ashford butts in and he's like, or you will all, or you will all be like marginalized. You'll be taken back to Sirius and you'll be put in incarceration for an indeterminate amount of time for control, whatever, right? He butts in and he goes like, or we're gonna fuck your shit up, right? We're not gonna space you, but you're going in jail for whatever amount of time. So we'll find you and we will fuck you up and you will lose your life. Not literally, but a little bit. So Drummer is upset by this because she is like, this is not who we are. And like, okay, I'm not sure which side I want to take on this. This is very interesting because Drummer is like, this is not who we are. Like, this is not the way we do things in the belt. However, you don't necessarily have to stick to tradition 24/7. You can just adopt a new traditions or like change for the better. The question that comes in is whether this change would be for the better or not, right? So we'll see what we do with that. And I like that Naomi is like, she's not sure about what to believe because she kind of is on the side of the dude, but she trusts Drummer, and she doesn't trust this guy, but she is liking the methods that he's using. So we'll see where that goes. And he's like, talk to Drummer and make sure she understands what I'm trying to do here, because like she needs to hear from the point of view of someone she trusts. Okay. Now, two more things I feel like I need to point out is that, so first of all, the cameraman walked into like the Rosie command center and he used his camera and he started looking at like a screen or whatever that says status monitor, flow control, maintenance, communications, and that was it. I don't know what the fuck that was about. And then we had two more things. So we also had Anna I don't know where Anna was. Okay, I wrote it down actually. She was aboard the UNN Thomas Prince, and the reason for her being there, what was it? Are you rich or famous? Neither. Then how did you get a ride on this ship? The Secretary General made me an offer I couldn't refuse. You don't think it's a lie phone? Okay, so that's all she says. The Secretary General made me an offer that I can't refuse. Okay, cool. That doesn't tell me anything. Also, I don't remember who the Secretary General is. There's so many fucking people. I don't give a shit. Is Christian? Is it a Vasarala? It could be. Could be someone else. I don't know. People will tell me. Maybe someone I don't know. But we don't know why Anna is here, but Anna has become an actual character, and she's in space. She's flying around. I love Anna. So that's cool. Moving forward... Oh yeah, there was a scene where Alex was talking to Gunny. That's cool. It's Gunny that Gunny was here to a degree. And Gunny she's back on the Marines. So that's cool. Because she's like, I don't know what I would have done with my life if I hadn't been reintegrated. So it's cool that she's back there. Because she's a war hero now, essentially. So that's pretty cool. Because despite everything, she was on the right side of history. So that's great. And she's in touch with Alex, and they might have a thing. Cool. Alex is divorced now, or his wife filed for a divorce. Cool. But he probably stays in touch with his son. Anna has this moment where she's talking to her wife, and her wife is like, I'm afraid for us, essentially. Not for us as a relationship, and for you, because you're out there flying in space and whatever, and like, I thought you were gonna be gone for a couple weeks to write that speech or whatever, and then now you're out there, like, you never came back, and Anna probably doesn't feel great about it. But the reason why she's here has to be because of someone important, so I want to know why. But I feel bad for this relationship. But at least she says that, like, the clinic is getting a ton of donations, which is a good thing. Ultimately, that's a really good thing. So it's getting a ton of donations, probably from Krishna Basarala. So now we need to talk about this random ass couple people we saw. Melva. So we see three guys. Well, two guys and one lady. And they are engineers or some shit. And I don't know where they are. Give me a second. UNN Seong-un, Fleet Support Ship. That's where they are. Okay. UNN Seong-un. I'm gonna write that down. So, they are there, a fleet support ship, and okay, so they're like engineers essentially. Senior technicians, Ren. That's what his tag says. The old guy's tag says. So then the lady looks super concerned, but maybe she's just faking it. And then she just plants a bomb. I'm gonna read what. Moldably high explosion model P303, minimum safe distance 40 meters. Okay, 40 meters. Okay, so she can get away from that shit. It's still gonna like fuck the shit up though. The ship up though. 40 meters is it is quite a lot. Yeah, it is quite a lot. 40 meters. So that's a big explosion. So she plants a bomb, and first of all, I was like, "Oh, they're bomb diffusers," and then I'm like, "No, they're not. She's planting a bomb, dude." So she is infiltrating in, and that's what she's trying to do. And then they're gonna get away, and it seems like they're all just gonna walk away, and it appears that an explosion was just gonna happen, and she was just gonna play dumb, like, "Oh, that was crazy. What happened there? Like the engine exploded or some shit, like the generator." But then what ended up happening is that the dude came back, and the dude was like, he saw that like gate had been open, that grate had been open, and then he looks inside of it and he sees a fucking bomb, and then Mevel comes in and she's like, "Well, you didn't have to come back and watch that. You didn't have to come to check. You didn't have to look. I really wish you hadn't. And then she has this moment, because I was like, she's gonna shoot him, but then she's just like sweating like very hotly, and then she's like, and then she starts like convulsing, and then she like crouches a little bit and leaps at him, instantly throws him into the floor, grabs him by the back, no problem, throws him into the floor again, grabs him again, and knocks his head into a wall. The wall gets fucking fucked. Like, there's a clear, like, superhuman strength happening to what she is doing and the force that she's applying to her attacks. The dude seems to be instantly dead by that attack. And then she passes out next to him. Also right next to the bomb. And we never come back to that. Then we have the whole, like, the dude exploding and then Miller. So we never come back to that. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what the fuck that was. But sure. But, dude, like, I don't know what that is. And my first thought was, like, she might be a promolecule human. She could be a super soldier, like a superhuman, like a juiced up human. I feel like I feel like we're enough years into the future that you could probably create a superhuman with drugs alone, with drugs and like weird genetic testing or whatever, without like the blue shit, without actually Jupiter Mao blue shit promolecule. You could probably enhance a person into like being like 300% the strength of a regular person, which is what kind of looked like she was there. And if that is the case, I'm calling again that this is just one big elaborate Gundam 00 reference, because Alelia Haptison was a super soldier, so was Soma Pires. But anyway, enough Gundam shit. I feel bad for talking so much about like Gundam 00 in this episode and the previous one, but at the same time, the name of the channel is Haarute Live, and Haarute is because of the Haarute Gundam. So like, dude, I can't just not do that, dude. The Haarute Gundam is the shit. But anyway, Gundam 00 is awesome. So I don't know what that is. Like, again, they're clearly setting up a bunch of things that were gonna come back at some point, and they're gonna get explained, maybe not, and we'll see what the fuck that is about. But for the time being, this is the first episode. As far as I'm concerned, this is the first episode of the new season, because it's the first episode of the new book. So we just have to know what the fuck that is. But yeah, I think I talked about everything I needed to talk about. Diogo showed up again. Fuck that kid. Fuck that smug kid, dude. Like, Miller was cool to him, and that kid is just a fucking piece of shit. Just the entire time since then. But yeah, what the fuck is the ring? I suppose that is what we need to ask. What the fuck is the ring? Is it a life form? Is it a construct? Is it both? I think it's both. Is it the end goal? Is it a device? Is it a means? What is it? Because like a giant like a metal ball with wires showed up, and then that created a ring, and it looked like a pretty like constructed ring. It looked like a portal. So it's like that is like predetermined. That is like pre-engineered. So I don't know. I'm so confused about that ring shit. I think we're done. Like, I can theorize about shit all I want, but like it's not gonna lead anywhere. I theorized already for about a lot of shit, so there's a point I need to just shut up. Again, the Miller shit was like, I thought maybe if it is an actor, it has to be Miller's actor, but I wouldn't know because I don't know his name anyway. So in that, for that matter, I thought it could be Miller, but I think the reaction got saved anyway, because I was just, I forgot. I forgot and I was distracted, so it still got me. I was just thinking about like the ring and what the portal or whatever was, and I was just seeing Holding in the background. I was like, yeah, Holding is doing some bullshit, and then Miller showed up on my screen. I was like, wait a second, so that still got me. So we're good. Anyway, that was it for this episode of The Expanse. It was a fun one. I enjoyed it. We'll see what happens next one. I've been told this season, this back half of the season is like a roller coaster. Like it just keeps going and it doesn't slow down because they crunch an entire novel into this half a season. So if that is the case, and if the pace is quick, and if a lot of shit happens literally every episode, I'm so in, because that's gonna make for really fun episodes. So yeah. I think that was it for this episode of The Expanse. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to The Expanse. If you would like to see the next one already, it should already be up on Patreon, as well as full length. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you next time, okay everyone? Take care. Bye.